Hey guys, Jacob here at ePoolSupply. Today we have a Paramount 6-port valve and we are going to change out the top dome assembly. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back. First things first, if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button in the side, down, wherever the heck they keep it now on YouTube. Click the subscribe. Watch our new up-to-date videos, and we'll keep you posted on all the new stuff. So let's dive in. Again, Paramount 6-port valve. This will work with any valve. You have a 2-port, 3-port, 4-port, 6-port, 1.5" or 2" valves. This video will work on how to change out the top dome assembly. So let's dive on in. First things first, if you're gonna change out the top assembly, I want you to turn your pump off. I don't want this top assembly to blow up in your face. So turn your pump off. Make sure that your gauge here says 0 before you even take off this band clamp assembly. So you turn your pump off, let's go back to your valve, take your top band clamp off. So what you're gonna do is you got your knob here, you're gonna take the knob off. Okay, knob comes off, clamp comes off, and now your lid comes off. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna literally peel your lid right up. And what I highly recommend is when you take your lid off, take your O-ring out. Either replace your O-ring or lube up your O-ring before you put all this back together. What you might have is some dirt and debris kind of built up inside this groove here, so maybe clean it all out and then clean off your O-ring, lube it up, put your O-ring back together. So you want to put your O-ring back inside the seat. There's actually a seat in here where the O-ring sits perfectly. And then your new lid comes with a gauge. So it comes with a gauge and a little white box on the inside of the lid. Take it off. And what you want to do is undo the little nut that comes on here. So the nut comes from the factory, like this. It's like a little cap or a plug. It comes like that from the factory. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this off, put your gauge on. Your gauge needs pipe dope, or joint stick is another word for it. Do not use Teflon tape. So what you're gonna do is joint stick the end of the threads on the brass, and you're gonna thread this thing in just snug, okay? Do not over tighten it, because you can tighten it later if it leaks. So the second that it starts snugging up a little bit, stop. It's gonna be good. So especially with that pipe dope or the joint stick, it'll seal that up really, really well. So the pause assembly, this comes pre-installed from the factory, so you don't have to worry about that, because there are O-rings in there that you have to worry about if you wanna change that out. We have another video on how to change out your run stop pause assembly. So check that out if you guys want to just replace this unit alone. However, now your lid's back together. Putting it back on is easy as taking it off. So what you want to do is put your lid back on. It's non-directional. So see how I put it on over there? I personally would rather have it the gauge face towards me. So you might as well just turn your gauge the way you want it. Make it look all nice and pretty. You got your clamp. So your clamp is non-directional, however you want to put that on as well. So you put your clamp on, slide her in there, start threading her on. So this is what you want to do is go real slow when you start threading it on. Do not use power tools. Some of you guys have this little nut that also comes inside the package of a band clamp or the complete valve. If you guys have the nut, again, just hand tighten on there, and then you can use tools to go in further. Just try not to use power tools, because my biggest complaint with replacing band clamps are people stripped out the threads, because the threads do get old. I mean, it sits outside all day, every day, so threads get old, and if you start taking power tools and going quick, you might strip out some threads. So that would kind of suck. So what you're gonna do is tighten your knob, hand tight, until you start hearing squeaking. Okay, and now you're gonna take your screwdriver, the back end of a screwdriver, and you're gonna hit the back side, just like that. And what that does is it seats this a little bit more, loosens this up a little bit over here. So now it's easier to thread this on, and it gets a better seat all the way around. So now you're gonna hand tighten. Sorry for the squeals. Just hand tighten, snug, you're good to go. And then now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna walk over to your pool equipment, turn that pump on, and then you're good to go. So today, we changed out the top housing, the top dome housing for a Paramount valve. Again, I'm Jacob with ePoolSupply. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.